Paint blending. Primer blending shall be performed with reference to the paint product manual. Select the diluent according to the temperature and size of panels in the spray booth. Make sure the base coat is evenly stirred, filter it with a funnel, and add it to the spray gun. Panel cleaning. Degrease and clean the panel surface using a degreasing agent and spray the degreasing agent onto the panel surface using a spraying kettle. Wipe off the degreaser using clean rag before it violates. Never fail to wipe off the degreaser before it gets dry if the degreasing agent has evaporated before wiping off. Oil or grease particles remain on the panel surface. Defects like fish eyes may occur on the sprayed surface. When degreasing is over, gently wipe the panel surface to be painted with a dust cloth to remove all dust and dirt. 2. Spraying the metallic base coat. Adjusting the spray gun. Before spraying, adjust the spray gun and set up the spray conditions. Adjust the spray gun as follows. Air pressure is 1.8 bar. Spray width is fully open, and the paint flow is turned open from the fully closed position for 2 turns. Adjust the spray gun according to these requirements. Test the spraying width of the post-adjustment spray gun using a sheet of shielding paper. Spraying the base coat. To spray the base coat, spray a thin layer of base coat within the range of floating coat. Allow the sprayed area to be slightly wider than the floating coat site. Illuminate the coating surface using a fluorescent lamp. Check the gloss and texture while spraying. In order to prevent the coating area from widening and forming a smooth coating edge, it is necessary to loosen the trigger slightly while slightly tilting the spray gun, and check the substrate treatment for defects. When flash drying is over, go to the colored spraying step. Colored spraying of base coat. Spray the surface such that it becomes larger than the range of spraying. Ensure that the primer is completely covered by repeated spraying, and enlarge the spraying area every time of spraying. To avoid silver powder black rings, pay attention to the restriction of coating edge ring in process of colored layer spraying. To make that coating edge get thinner gradually, the spraying must be extended uniformly in a way which spray gun is swung outward. Reserve a certain amount of flash drying time before you go to transition spraying. Insufficient flash drying time tends to cause haziness or uneven distribution of silver powder. Base coat transition spraying. Spray the site such that the site is larger than the colored spraying part. Eliminate the haziness in such way, and eliminate the scars by uniform spraying as per an arc-shaped technique. Attention shall be paid to the arrangement of silver powder particles in the splicing area to avoid paint dust. Eliminate the scars along with splicing during the operation. Check the coating surface for an uneven silver powder in multiple directions, including squarely, obliquely, and sidewisely. If the coating shows haziness, continue spraying. If there is paint dust in the transition area of the splicing, wait till the base coat gets dry and wipe them off using dust cloth. 3. Varnish spraying and drying. Varnish spraying. Perform spraying in a 1.5 pass mode. In other words, spray a layer of varnish in the base color transition area and spray a varnish layer onto the entire panel. Firstly, spray a thin layer on the bottom color transition area. If the varnish is sprayed too wet or too early, it is easy to cause the silver powder particles to float up, and scars may occur. When appropriate flash drying is over, spray a uniform varnish coating onto the entire panel, and pay attention to the post-spraying paint film texture, fullness, and gloss during spraying. Drying. The panel should be subject to forced drying by reserving a certain curing time according to the product manual. If no curing time is reserved before forced drying, it tends to result in pinholes or spots. In particular, for that planar positions of the steel sheet like engine hood or trunk lid, a rest time of 20 minutes shall be arranged at the spray booth, and allow the surface to dry at 60 degrees for 30 minutes. 4. Main points for transition spraying metallic paint. Transition method for base coat. The specific gravity of metal particles in the base coat is big, and black rings will occur at the edge of silver powder coating if pigment particles in the edge transition area are not uniformly arranged after the base color coating is sprayed. To avoid that phenomenon, you may enlarge the spraying area and gradually reduce the thickness so as to align the silver powder particles in the coating. Operating method for spray gun. To spray the transition layer, attention shall be paid to the control edge over the coating edge. To make that the coating edge get thinner gradually, use arc-shaped transition technique in the transition area, and the spraying may be extended uniformly in a way in which spray gun is swung outward. Finally, through the introduction and study above, it is hoped that we could master the correct metallic paint transition repairing process and construction methods, and could skillfully apply and improve them in practical work.